All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and by we, I mean John and I. Guru is out, as you can see. Funny, because this is originally how the show was supposed to be. Then we let the old man on.
Yeah,
we said respect your elders. We'll put him on the show. Crazy fucking week. In my opinion, the best weekend of football.
It was great. Hopefully the Super Bowl is like that, but you just never seen playoff football like this in a while. Wow. Every game came down to a last-second field goal or overtime.
Yeah. Never has happened
And that's
before.
what you want. That's what you want in a football game. That's what we want as fans.
Exactly.
We want to see the excitement.
The wild card round, for as fun as it was, there were blowouts. I think there was only 2 close games,
Yeah.
Bengals, Raiders, and then Cowboys and Niners. But ever since then, it's been miraculous football. We got some good matchups coming up, as we'll get to in a minute. But John, I do want to start off with one question. How do you feel that you may have watched Tom Brady's last and final game as an NFL player?
It hurts. It hurts a lot. Seeing him do that comeback, you tell him down by 27, you're like, he can't do it again.
That's exactly what
he can't do it again. And he just, I'm not saying his defense obviously helped him out a lot, but God, man, if he would have scored on those first fourth quarter drives, those first 2.
If you think about
that game was in the Rams are handing them the game. They didn't want that game. And I wish... I'm not saying Tom Brady played bad whatsoever. I think he could have played a little bit better.
He could have.
Yeah. But his offensive line fucking sucked.
No, yeah.
Let me tell you, that offensive line sucked.
I mean, granted, not only were they out with Tristan Wirfs, who obviously is the number, a top 5 offensive lineman in the league, but his backup was hurt, so you're on the third string now. And
I forgot whoever 76 is for the Bucks.
A bum.
He was a bum.
A fucking bum.
Every time on that side, Von Miller would just, not even he didn't have to go 100%. He'd probably go 70% one hand, and he'd just push him into Tom Brady. And Tom Brady's a weak old fella. He's 44. He can't really escape the pocket. He can. He did that one time in that game.
He did.
He has those moments, but he can't do it all the time.
That's not his main go-to in that moment. He wants to throw it away. Yeah. But no, so, in all honesty, though, have you, prepared yourself for the potential outcome?
I never had to, but so it's new to me. It's every year it was, I'm playing until I'm 50. I'm playing until 50. Now it's, I gotta think about this. It's, it's hurting. It's hurting me a little bit. Just to see him. He can't win it out. I would love to see him win every single Super Bowl, but he can't win it all. Do you think in our lifetime, he's won the 10 Super Bowls, so that's all we can ask for. That's half our life.
But yeah.
Half our life.
Half our life. And you obviously struck gold because you were born as a Patriots fan.
Yes.
So you kind of...
Born in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Born in Massachusetts, right outside of a Dunkin' Donuts, actually. But no, yeah, you kind of... I always say out of all of our friends, you were the one that struck gold with your sports teams. Because you never had to deal with the bandwagon accusations or whatever. You just had to jump in and be like, I'm a fucking Patriots fan.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you like Tom Brady? Oh, he likes kissing his son and stuff. That's the only thing I get, really.
So, now, obviously he has 1 year left on his contract. Do you think he should go for the farewell tour, get his fucking flowers, and then call it, maybe get that 8th Super Bowl?
I think he should play 1 more year. 1 more year.
I think so as well.
This year, look at the stats. He can obviously go 1 more year. Unless we don't know something. Unless...
in my opinion, I feel like that's the weird outlier in this whole situation. It's not like a Big Ben, he retired today, where you knew that big rapist.
Yeah.
All right, big rape was trending on Twitter. I kind of
Ben Raplesberger. I know Sports Illustrated they posted a thing of Ben Roethlisberger no, it's All Sport News. I follow them on Instagram. I'm not giving shout outs to them.
No free.
They did a highlight reel. It said, "What's your favorite highlight of Ben Roethlisberger?" And everyone in the comments was saying him disrespecting women.
No, and the funny, I mean, it's not funny what happened, but it's with his legacy, it's take that terrible moment away from his career, and
you can respect the guy. You can respect him.
But we respect him. We'll be like, all right, 2 Super Bowls. He got it done a couple times, playoffs consistently, never had a losing season.
Yeah.
But it's no, you're scum.
Yeah.
You're the bottom of the shoe, scumbag. Yeah. But that's the outlier. Tom Brady is the fact that it wasn't like a Big Ben where we knew the days were coming down. It's the fucker might win MVP.
Yeah. I would also like to state right now, every comment I said about Aaron Rodgers this year was a lie. That was not me. Tom Brady fan. So
we will get in that in a moment there. But no, yeah. So your stance is one more year, see if he can get the 8th, and then call it his career.
This can't be. You can't end it off with a comeback like that just to lose to Sean Murphy Bunn getting his ankles broken, and then Winfield letting Cooper Kupp just run a straight line.
But also, why are you blitzing on a slot when the slot receiver is Cooper Kupp?
Just, I don't know. The defensive plan was not good in the whole first half. Second half, they stepped it up.
Second half,
They stepped it up. And I almost got in a big argument with my dad where he almost kicked me out of the house because I was calling him an idiot, dumbass, because he said the defense lost in that game. I said, no way you just said that, because the defense got him back into that game. The offense could just not execute on all those. They had, what, 3 turnovers, Rams in the...
3 in the second half, 1 in the first.
Yeah, 3 in the second half. And after one, Tom Brady fumbles.
Yeah.
And
then immediately after, and that's the thing too with that game and shit. And obviously, speaking from a Rams fan perspective,
you don't want to see that.
Yeah, and in the first half, I thought, okay, 17-3 going, no, 20-3 going in the half. I like that. Once it got 27-3, the thoughts went in my head of, oh fuck, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
And that, but the weird thing is, it's like it wasn't a game where it was like the offense couldn't get clicking in the second half, like we couldn't get the ball rolling. It was just we kept fucking fumbling.
Yeah.
Like, after that first Cooper Kupp fumble, and I heard the crowd erupt, I thought, this isn't happening right now. I said, it fucking isn't. And then when Cam Akers fumbled it the second time, I thought, no way in hell is this happening. But then, alas, Matthew Stafford, like he said with this trade, he said he wanted to get to a team where he can make big plays in January, and he did just that. Stafford dropped his dick. The defense dropped their brain.
Bucs had a healthy defense for once this season, and they just couldn't do anything. They weren't rushing them in the beginning. They were only rushing 4, and then Stafford passed all over them.
Mm-hmm.
And then second half, I'm not going to say that they stepped it up.
Who?
Bucs defense.
But what helped, though, is the fumbles always happen on our side of the field.
Cam Akers. Maybe that was, some karma from Cam Akers when he injured Buda Baker last week.
And then kind of got it, yes, it stayed
Which
out.
I don't get why the Rams aren't handing the ball off to Sony Michel. Is he injured?
He's not. He's
literally one of the people who led you to the playoffs.
The weird thing is with the Rams right now with their running game is this whole season it's been like an injured guy and then the next man up, right? And I feel like with Cam Akers' good performance against the Cardinals, Sean McVay probably thought, all right, let's try to focus him.
I like Sony Michel way better than Cam Akers.
I would agree right now. Cam Akers has done well, but the first fumble he had, I think, was a freak accident. He just got landed on his head, ball popped out. I can give him that. The second one, though, you got to fucking hold that.
Yeah, that's late game. They're going to strip the ball.
Exactly.
That's basic football right there.
So, no, I agree with you. I feel like for the Rams' sake, they have to switch it up a little bit with their run game, get it going. But let me ask you this question real quick before we get into the other number 12 that you rooted for since day one. If Stafford left earlier, would he have a ring by now? Not saying if he was on a team as good as the Rams right now, but if he got to a better situation.
I don't know.
Because the
he's having a good season.
He's having a great playoff run so far.
Yeah, he is.
He dropped his dick last game.
He played the Bucs, who are good, but Arizona is not.
Arizona,
late season. It's because of the early season what made him to the playoffs. Half the rest of the season, they were not a playoff team. 100%.
Agreed.
He performed well against the Bucs. I don't know. It depends what team he would have went to. I wouldn't say he would have a ring now. I don't think he would if he would have left earlier.
Do you think he would?
I think he left at the right time. He's still in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say he probably has 5 years left.
Do you think he has 5 years left right now?
How old is he?
It's definitely in his I think this is his 13th season.
I don't think he has that Tb12. He's not doing a Tb12 diet, so I don't know if he's...
I feel like no one...
Have you seen that diet before? I just looked it up the other day.
He's 33, by the way.
33?
Yeah. So he's got 5 years.
Yeah,
5 years.
5 years.
No, the TB12 diet is absolutely insane.
80% fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
And then 20% protein. And that's just crazy.
If you take the TB12 diet, your shits must be fluctuated from Dippin' Dots to just absolute logs coming out of your ass.
Yeah.
Because reading that, it's literally I don't know how the fuck Tom Brady survives off of it, but clearly it works because he's a god.
Man never gets injured.
But what about your MVP pick? Gonna win it all this year.
It's a crazy stat. So, and
is that he sucks in the playoffs?
Tom Brady's last 3 seasons, he's had more top 10 defenses than Aaron Rodgers had his whole season. I mean, not whole season, whole year, whole time being at the Packers.
Like ever?
Ever.
Really?
Aaron Rodgers only had 2 top 10 defenses in his whole career in Green Bay.
I mean, okay, I understand that, but let me segue because I don't know where you're headed with that.
That was just a crazy fact.
Okay, I didn't know if you were going to try to go on a point there and blame the
I think they came into that game with a terrible game plan. That should be an easy win. I don't think the 49ers are good at all. Jimmy G has not thrown a touchdown yet in the postseason.
Historically, what makes me sick about Jimmy G, he is statistically one of the worst quarterbacks in playoff football. But he's 4-1. Yeah. It makes me sick.
If they go to the Super Bowl, I will boycott the Super Bowl. It's going to be Kansas City and 49ers, and I don't want to see that. No one wants to see a rematch.
Imagine that's the rematch we got. Out of all the rematches we could.
And literally both teams at the beginning of the season, everyone's like, wow, they're not making the Super Bowl this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because what? They're 49ers like 1-4.
Yeah, 49ers.
Chiefs are 2-3.
Yeah. Each start. I mean, the Chiefs thing, I feel like you were very biased about
Chiefs
that,
shouldn't be in it either.
What do you mean Chiefs shouldn't be in it?
The fucking Bills should have won that game.
But the Bills had 13 seconds.
No way you're up by 3 with 13 seconds and lose the game. When you just kick the ball off at that defensive coordinator needs to be fired and executed.
What have I been saying, though? The Chiefs are gods. Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in the league right now, has been for recent memory.
Who has better, actually, is that true? Who has better stats from Brady?
If we're talking on all-time standpoint, I mean...
this year. Who has better stats
this
from
year?
Brady?
Tom Brady does. But I'm still picking Mahomes if you gave me the option. If you had him tell me...
I guess that's hard, Devontae Adams Cooper Cup argument. Because I would take Devontae Adams over Cooper Cup this year still.
I would take Cooper Cup no matter what. Cooper Cup, I mean, is by far... I mean, statistically...
Cooper Cup doesn't get double-teamed. Devontae Adams does.
Okay, that doesn't mean shit, though.
It means a lot of stuff.
That doesn't mean anything. That means Cooper Cup's just fast to get out of it. If he is double-teamed.
He's not double-teamed.
All he had to do on that game when
I refuse to believe that Cooper Cup is double-teamed.
I'll do some research tonight. I'll send you a nice little compilation. But no, statistically though, if we're talking about Cooper Cup, statistically yards wise and everything else, he has had like the best season a wide receiver's ever had in the league, playoffs included. Well,
yeah, you get an extra game than others.
No matter what, if you're playoffs, though, you're getting extra games.
Yeah, but he has an extra game.
You see, and listen here, and I'm not speaking on it in terms of the Cooper Cup thing on how he got close to being Megatron's records and shit. That's something that we need to nip in the butt, though, as a society when it comes to football, is being like, from here on out, it's an extra game. It's how the fucking world is now. It's how the league is.
Yeah, but Cooper Cup wasn't even covered like Calvin Johnson was. Calvin Johnson was going to double or triple team every time, and Stafford, his long ball, I'm going to be honest, not that good. He throws a lot of interceptions in the long ball.
He does.
And
I agree on that.
Calvin Johnson had to go up for it. Cooper Cup doesn't go up for balls. He gets over the shoulder every single time.
He can go up for balls. Fuck you mean?
No, he's not. He's not mossing. Calvin Johnson's mossing 3.
Have you seen Cup's highlights in recent years?
I don't watch Cooper Cup highlights because
exactly. So you don't know.
I would never. Well, ask me in 10. If in 10 years I'm gonna ask you, are you still watching Cooper Cup highlights?
And I'll be like, yeah, I am, because he's fucking dropping dick for the Rams
10 years,
right
people
now.
are still gonna be watching Calvin Johnson highlights. No one's gonna be watching Cooper Cup highlights. I guarantee you, Cooper Cup's gonna be on a downfall from here.
So you're saying after this season, Cup's on a downfall?
Oh, 100%.
Granted, I mean,
100%.
Listen here, if you told me, if you made if you had the stance that he won't duplicate a season like he did this year, I would agree with you. But downfall, you're fucking high.
Downfall. His stats are going to decrease.
And now let me ask you this: when was the last time you were right about a sports prediction?
All the time.
You told me last time I saw you that you were on like a losing streak like no tomorrow.
Oh, I am. 0-12.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm fine.
Okay, they're all like prop bets, though.
Not even that.
I'm mad because
not even that. You said Stafford wouldn't get what? Like what was the bet you had this year on Stafford?
Stafford wouldn't get 35 touchdowns in the playoff win.
Yeah. And how'd that work out for you?
He's about to go to the Super Bowl, probably.
Well, let's not fucking knock on wood here, ladies and
gentlemen. First of all, the 49ers are banged up right now. E.W.B.A went out late game.
Are you forgetting that the Niners have had the Rams numbers for the past like 3 seasons, and this season included?
Well,
and it might be a sea of red and
I
SoFi.
would talk about the 0-12 drought right now because most of those are prop bets. Like in the Packers game, I bet E.W.B.A in the beginning of the game. I bet E.W.B.A, Adams, and Lazard to be first score touchdowns. And it was A.J. Dillon.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't hit. After
then
that,
A.J. Dillon
then
got
I called
injured.
up my bookie and I said, hey, put down for next Green Bay touchdown to be Lazard or Adams. And this was in the first quarter.
Touchdown never came.
Touchdown never came. Is that my fault to know that in 3 quarters Green Bay won't score at home?
I feel like that speaks a lot though on your man Aaron, your ex-man, your side.
No, that was a terrible offensive game plan.
No, now let me ask you this though on that play.
They didn't run the ball. Like, why didn't they fucking run the ball? They were having...
Also, I will say though, before halftime, did you see that Aaron Jones play?
Yes. Which I would like to interview. I would like to interview Aaron Jones on how he shut in points, because he obviously had 100%.
All you had to do is keep running straight.
I'm not gonna say 100%. He had a
99.9%
chance of a touchdown. He's faster than those two. He's a fast guy.
He's reaching out.
I don't know
to touch
why
the pylon.
he stuttered.
He ran into the guy.
I don't know why. It's like he tried to stutter and then where am I going?
Dude, all he had to do was run straight, and like I said, the most that he'd probably have to do to get a touchdown is reach out and touch the pylon.
Well, the special teams kind of actually fucked the Green Bay Packers over.
Oh yeah,
block field goal, block punt for a touchdown. Like that's just.
And their special teams have been statistically the worst all year long. But no. But also, let me ask you this about your ex side chick, Aaron Rodgers, because obviously you're back on the Brady train and shit.
Yep.
What about that probably the last pass we might see of him as a Packer?
God, stop.
He passed into double coverage with Lazard open in the middle.
That's his best play.
Are you going for your best player? Are you going for fucking the win at that point?
You're going for your best player, which is Devontae Adams.
Why would you do that though when you have so much time?
Because,
there's no excuse.
That's Matt LaFleur's game plan. Just saying.
But who's the man throwing?
Yeah.
If you look at the stat, no, I talked about with my dad. Let me pull up the stats.
I saw the. Okay, yeah. Most of the everyone knows most of the balls are going to Devontae Adams 100% of the time.
I'm still pulling up stats, even though you basically.
I guarantee you, Adams had like 17 targets that game, maybe more.
He had 11, I'm pretty sure.
11.
Divisional round. Good fucking lord, ESPN's website is so hard to navigate. This website's just absolute dog shit. Look at this. Targets. Aaron Jones, 10. Adams, 11. Lazard, 1. Mercedes Lewis, 1. Randall Cobb, 1.
What tells you about the game plan that Matt LaFleur had?
It's dog shit. But listen, a game plan is one thing, but in the play though of when to pass and shit as a quarterback, you go through your progressions.
Sorry. Well, you can't even. So look at the Patriots when they played the Rams. Well, how many targets Julian Edelman had?
How many did he have?
He won MVP. That's a.
He won MVP of that Super Bowl?
Yeah, because he had 200 yards receiving or something.
For some reason, I always thought it was the Falcons Super Bowl where he won the MVP somehow.
No. That was Tom Brady.
Okay.
That was Palm Brady at his peak.
That was. I will say that immediately when the score got 27-3, I thought 28-3. I thought no.
Everyone did. They were like, "Oh, we've seen this before."
And we almost
Which
saw it
I would
again.
like to also say, the refs in that game. Let me tell you, those
Refs
3
sucked.
unsportsmanlike kind of calls were bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. The Ndamukong Suh one, bullshit. He got kicked in the fucking nuts by Matthew Stafford.
He didn't mean the kick. He didn't mean the kick.
White, the linebacker,
Devin White.
when he threw his helmet off to the sideline, and then Jalen Ramsey does it in the fourth quarter, but doesn't get flagged for it. Weird. Also, that was awesome to see Ramsey get burnt.
Ramsey did get burnt. That was not a nice feeling, but it did.
And then the Tom Brady thing was ridiculous. The man got headbutted by Von Miller. No call. So he told the refs, "You fucking suck. Call the fucking play call." You know, that was his first ever unsportsmanlike conduct call?
Yeah. Probably first and last.
First and last, probably, yeah.
And let me hear, that's because I know that we were texting throughout the game. That was the first instance that the vibes were weird when Brady got an unsportsmanlike conduct call.
Well, I think the refs did something. Because how many penalties did the Rams give? I don't think many. I think like 3 at most.
Let's see here. Let's see. Divisional round.
I think there was maybe a delay game.
They did get a delay game. I do recall that.
Maybe a couple false starts. But no holdings, no pass interference.
I thought there was a couple holdings, if I remember correctly. Is the stats even on here? Or is it, I have to go to team stats. Team stats. The Rams had 4 penalties for 45 yards, and the Bucks had 4 for 61 yards.
Tells you.
They had the same amount.
No. But look at the yard percent. 20 more yards.
Yeah, and one of them, which is a flawed rule, was the pass interference early on in the game. And obviously pass interference is wherever it happens, that's where it goes. That's a flawed rule right there.
Yeah, well, how many decline penalties did
I think none of them.
They declined a couple.
Did they?
I think so.
I don't know. Like I said, I was way too fucking nervous about that game, especially in the second half. That game, I was shitting myself a little bit.
Now I'm rooting for Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, I hope that's
I got
not...
root for Joe Burrow, and I hate to say it, but I got root for the Rams. I don't want to see KC or the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I fucking hate Patrick Mahomes' wife. I hate her. And she can say, don't throw that... You know, I probably shouldn't throw that hate word around like she said, but, like, she is the devil.
I'm not speaking... I don't know her that well. So...
I don't think I do either, but...
You definitely don't.
I don't.
None of us have met her.
Well, we've seen videos of her and how she acts.
The champagne thing was definitely... Like, listen, when it comes to the champagne thing, people, obviously around her circle, are like, oh, you know, they're celebrating. It's one thing to celebrate. Listen here. If she sprayed the whole champagne in the suite, go do that. I don't give a fuck.
She's a hypocrite. She said, don't throw the hate word around. But in her earlier tweets this year, she said she hates the Detroit Lions because they're dirty and stuff.
She said that about the Lions?
Yes.
What about the Lions? What did they do to her?
Patrick Mahomes,
they didn't even play this year.
When she said, let me look up the tweet. What's her name?
Brittany
Mahomes.
Yes. Brittany Mahomes Lions tweet.
The hate tweet. Where's the hate tweet? She...
Being attacked?
Where's the hate tweet? I saw it on TikTok.
Because that's like 3 hours ago, of course. They never... Yeah, I was going to say, what the Lions do? The Lions have never gone up against the Chiefs, I'm pretty sure, in the Mahomes era.
Oh, here we go.
You have it?
Where is it? Let me find it. I saw it earlier.
No, yeah, because listen, watch, you probably got duped by a fake tweet. Someone probably edited the tweet, making her look like that she hated the Lions, and you were like, oh, fuck this. Fuck this. But no, the champagne thing, like I said, if you want to spray it in your suite, that's fine. Just don't spray it on people or missing. Because last I checked, champagne burns when you get it in your eyes. Yeah. And I know damn well those fuckers looked up. Yeah, and I know damn well those fuckers looked up. They got a whiff. They got a miss of fucking champagne in their eyes. And it was like that one scene in the SpongeBob movie when the king takes his little hat off and he's bald. And they're like, bald, bald. That's that shit right there. That's probably exactly what they were dealing with.
Oh, God, see this.
Jackson Mahomes, though, he's another thing. Stop with the TikToks. Just stop with the TikToks. I'm getting tired of them. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you please in life. I'm fine with that. But just stop with the TikToks with the same song every time. It's like the same like One Republic song or whatever. And no slander to One Republic. I'm just not a huge fan. But, listen here. It makes me think about this, though. And granted, much different. I'm not saying that they're exactly the same, individuals. But this makes me think of Brady and Giselle. Brady hated coming up because he was on a dynasty. The Chiefs, potential dynasty. People hated Giselle. People hate the wife.
Yeah.
Big deja vu.
Well, throw it to when Giselle called out Wes Welker for having better fingers.
She did. Was that after the Giants Super Bowl second time?
Cost the Patriots Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah.
And her right, she did. Wes Welker is a bum, so.
She was screaming that, and I remember watching that, and she was screaming, "My husband can't do everything at once."
That's true, though. He threw a dime
to
Wes Welker, and he dropped it to secure the game. So, fuck Wes Welker. I don't like it. And then he betrayed the Patriots and went to the Broncos when they had Peyton Manning.
And then he scored their only touchdown in the Super Bowl when they got their ass kicked. Yeah. And he never won a Super Bowl since. He's never won a Super Bowl, actually.
Yeah. I was looking at Peyton Manning's record against Tom Brady in the playoffs. Pretty good. He has a good record against Tom Brady. He beat him 3 times.
Yeah, I was about to say he's the only...
3 times in the AFC Championship.
Yeah, he's the only quarterback that I could see taking them down in the playoffs. Yeah. Because who else? Big Ben definitely couldn't get past Brady. No. Philip Rivers, fuck no. Philip Rivers cannot get past anybody, unfortunately.
Patrick Mahomes, no.
You want to hear a wild stat? And I mean, it's an obvious. Mahomes' only 2 losses in the playoffs are against Brady. Yeah. Which I realized today, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like that is.
Patrick's gonna be the new Brady. Brady said, "Fuck you."
Listen here, Mahomes can definitely. I think Mahomes has the ceiling to get to the lengths of Brady, but I think no matter what Mahomes does, him losing to Brady in the Super Bowl, you can't get past Brady on that unless you get 10 rings. 10 rings is the only way. I can see it. But no, that was an egregious stat to find out because I thought, wow, this. And it's also insane to think that in the Mahomes era, the lowest point they've got in the playoffs was just the AFC Championship game. Pretty fucking wild. Pretty wild. Also, do I have to say, rest in piss, Sean Payton. He's out. Thank the Lord. He sucks. The Saints are $70 million over cap with no quarterback, no coach.
Yeah.
Free Kamara. We're gonna start the Free Kamara campaign tomorrow. We're gonna get shirts going. But no, yeah, pretty fucking wild. Do you think Joe Burrow can take down the Chiefs?
Offense is the only way to take down the Chiefs. So yeah, I think he can.
You think? I mean, granted, it was a shootout, the Chiefs-Bills game, so obviously defense wasn't a thing. But
that's why it's offense. Because that Chiefs defense is really not that.
But do you think the Bengals defense can limit the Chiefs' offense?
They have a pretty good defense. Well, you'd say the Bills have a pretty good defense too, but not in that game.
No, yeah. I mean, granted, though, no matter what, how that game was going, it was going to be a shootout no matter what.
Fuck the Bills. I knew the Chiefs were going to win from the beginning.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs own the Bills.
I knew it was going to be a shootout. I just didn't see the Bills
like,
being heartbroken like that.
Can beat anyone but the Chiefs.
That is true. So now, yeah. So let's round it up with the picks. Call the day or whatever. Only 2 picks, 2 games, obviously. Bengals, Chiefs. Chiefs favorited -7. The Guru, he went with Chiefs -7. John, who are you going with?
I like Bengals +7.
I like them too.
I don't know if the Bengals are going to win, but I think they keep it close. I think it's going to be one of those games, last second field goal, because these two teams like that.
Mm-hmm. And that's how it ended last game.
It's going to be a high-score game, hopefully. But if it's not a close game, Chiefs are going to blow them out.
I agree. It's either going to be a Chiefs blowout or close game.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
And I like to see Joe Burrow, see what he can do at Arrowhead.
Me too. So yeah, I'm going Bengals +7 as well. I hope, as much as I want to see Joe Burrow succeed because he's one of my favorite players, I don't want to see a Rams-Bengals Super Bowl matchup because I have to go up against Joe Burrow, and I never want to go up against Joe Burrow. Yeah. Speaking of, Niners at SoFi to play the Rams. Not only do I have a World Series ring, can I get a Super Bowl ring? Maybe, we'll see. Rams are favored at -3.5. Who you got? Guru has Rams -3.5.
I got Rams -3.5. You know, they're not too good against 49ers this year, but 49ers, like I said, they're a little beat up right now. I saw Debo go out late game. I saw Kittle go late out game.
And Trent Williams.
And yes. So, what does that say about their offense? They have to rely on
Jimmy
G. And Jimmy G has 0 touchdowns this postseason. Jimmy G fucking sucks. He throws every ball. He'll have one good ball. And be like, that's why Jimmy G's got that win percentage. No, Jimmy G has that winning percentage because of his defense and Debo Samuel. That's why he has that winning percentage. And Tom Brady giving him the ropes. And obviously he didn't listen to Tom Brady too well because he doesn't fucking throw touchdowns ever. Throws balls that are 20 yards deep. He'll throw interceptions when it matters. And you know when you're like rooting for your team and they're going against Jimmy G, and you're just like, we can really use the interception on our defense right now. Jimmy G's going to do that.
Jimmy G is going to throw the free lob,
yes.
And you just got to pick it off. No, yeah, I'm going Rams -3.5, and Rams going to be the 4th team in NFL history to get swept in the regular season and win in the playoffs. Last team to do that, the Buccaneers last year. And what'd they do?
Yeah.
They won it all. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is the episode. Next week, we'll do awards and then our Super Bowl predictions, depending on what the Super Bowl matchup is. Thank you for tuning in. Tell your mother about the show, your mother's mother. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.